Time once again for great wrestling from the Olympic. We'll go ringside right after this message.
15-minute time limit. And the first man in the ring, well, we'll introduce the second man in the ring. Here he is, a very promising young heavyweight out of Mexico. He weighs in at 203 pounds, known as Romero. On my right, weighing in at 231, a former America's Tag Team Champion, the ever-popular Carlos Mata.
My kind of match to kick off great wrestling from the Olympic. I'm Jeff Walton. I'll be with you on this edition of our outstanding wrestling program, and we've got great matches. Kicking off with Carlos Mata and Arias Romero of Mexico City. These two wrestlers, both from Mexico City, have fine reputations, and it's going to be a good scientific encounter. Good go-behind by Arias Romero. Good-looking young fella. Both men are. They have a lot of hobbies. Both of them have a lot of likes and dislikes. They tag-teamed on several occasions, and now they're facing each other. It's a test of ability when two wrestlers who know each other well will wrestle each other, and it'll be interesting to see who comes out the winner. The weight advantage, of course, goes to Carlos Mata, about 20, 30 pounds maybe heavier than Arias Romero, who tipped in the scales at 203 pounds, as Jimmy Lennon announced earlier. Good inside step move by Romero, keyed up to a figure four toe hold.
Watch your head.
Mata trying for a chin lock. Decides to go to a wrist lock instead. Stands at the ready. Referee Bob Bockwinkel for this our first event here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Top wrist lock. Any other wrestler might work at the fingers when the referee wasn't looking. Good kick away, and Romero is free. Fine move. We got a great wrestling card for you. We have the Big Apache, Bull Ramos. We have Coloso Colisetti from Argentina. We've got the bad Leroy Brown from the south side of Chicago. And the spunky little David and Goliath, as I like to call him, Mando Guerrero. Big Butcher Brannigan, 360 some odd pounds of wild beef, will be with us. Cowboy Tom Pritchard, my favorite. And of course, in the main event, well, I'm going to keep it a surprise for right now, but we've got a dandy main event for you coming up. Right now, top wrist lock by Carlos Mata on Arias Romero. Good escape, but it's keyed. Mata's got it tightly keyed and cinched. Carlos Mata, younger brother of Raul Mata, who was a world light heavyweight wrestling champion out of Mexico City for about 3 years. Raul came to the United States, wrestled El Solitario at the Los Angeles Coliseum a few years ago, and went on to Florida, held the Florida State Championship, and Carlos Mata followed and decided that California was his future home and decided to make it his base of operations, which he does today. Good takedown by Arias Romero. Wrestlers travel constantly. They're in one city one night, another city the next night. Look at this, a flying head scissors. Takedown, and good move by this chunky little Carlos Mata. It's a hard move to do for a big man, especially with some weight. See if he can... an escape. Well, Mata's got him. The wrestler will be in Tokyo, Japan one night, New York the next night, Canada the next night, maybe in Europe and England the next night. It's just a rough, grueling, grinding schedule that these wrestlers have, especially the wrestlers from Mexico who will go over into Latin America and South America, all across the world, the globe, these wrestlers will travel every night of the week, 7 days a week. It's tough when you have a family and you don't see them that often. Some wrestlers won't see their family for long periods of time. Into the ropes goes Mata. Good body block. Comes off again. Look at this. Monkey flip over and into a side headlock takedown. Carlos Mata. Referee Bob Bockenko right in there for the count.
Watch your head.
Holding on tight. That headlock is a good hold. It's used considerably, but an escape by Romero. Oh, back into the headlock. As I've told you on numerous occasions years ago, a hold like this would be held for 30, 40 minutes. And wrestling fans would sit there and fall asleep practically because nothing would happen except the wrestler would hold the other wrestler in a headlock for long periods of time on matches in the early days of professional wrestling in the 20s and the early 30s, and eventually they put time limits on the various matches, and that was due to circumstances like the one you're watching right now, where a wrestler would have a man in a hold for a long period of time. Takedown by Romero. Good move to the mat into a arm bar and a good takedown. Stakes out that arm. You're looking at two fine scientific wrestlers. In case you just joined us, it's Arias Romero from Mexico City and his opponent Carlos Mata, also of Mexico City. We've got a great card this time out on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. A lot of new wrestlers, a lot of interesting wrestlers, and a lot of your favorites are back with us. A couple of unfavorites are with us too. Side headlock, switching positions, good move. You're scoring this on points. Very difficult in scientific matches. Both wrestlers try to match each other with ability and skill and, of course, knowledge of the various holds. Right now, Mata, of course, with the advantage over Romero. Romero securing a release into the ropes. Mata up and over. And it's Mata. Good kick to the mat. Whoa, outside the ring. And Romero, of course, that was close. You can fly right into the audience if you're not careful that way. And then, of course, you got to buy a ticket. Once inside the ring, no, it's every man for himself. Mata, monkey flip into the ring, and he stands at the ready. Oh, but a good tug tackle takes him down. Leapfrog by Mata, good move. There's that mule kick that Mata does so effectively. Tops Romero, 1, 2, only a count of 2. Back into that side headlock. Nothing is more exasperating than being caught in a hold often during a match. And such is the case with this side headlock on Romero. Not only does it wear you down, it just it makes you mad. And of course, that's the strategy of the other wrestler. Good hawk trip by Romero. If you can lose your cool in a match, then you oftentimes can't think and, of course, end up losing. And that's what your opponent wants you to do. A lot of strategy, a lot of thinking is needed by these wrestlers. Good, both men shaking hands. You have to know exactly what you're going to do before you do it. It's that simple. And you can't rely on other team members, such as football and baseball, to help you win. You know, it's just you and yourself, and that's the only way to win. one-on-one competition. Whoa, there goes Carlos Mata. Romero up and over into a cradle and up. Now it's Mata into that cradle, that rolling cradle, and nope, both men can't score, and they both stand at the ready, and both men smile and shake hands. Good sportsmanship, fine wrestling. That's what you get when you watch great wrestling from the Olympic, each and every time.
Okay, stop that.
Snapmare by Romero, and Mata's right up on his feet. Whoa, look at that leap. Mata's right there. He catches him. That flying body press. 1, 2, only 2. Just didn't work. Good. Look at this roll up into a cradle, a sitting cradle. We are watching wrestling, and that's the name of the game. And Mata's even impressed. That's what he likes to do, wrestle. Romero too. As long as tempers don't flare and one doesn't get mad at the other, or both get mad, then we've got good scientific wrestling. A abdominal stretch by R.S. Romero. Mata trying to go behind. Now see, he could use the trunks very easily for a takedown, but he does not do it. Good schoolboy escape there by Carlos Mata. Romero's disgusted, but he's impressed. And so is Mata. What you're watching, of course, is good wrestling, and that's the name of the game. There's a lot of matches that men just punch and kick and bite and break rules. But now you're watching wrestling at its very best, with the holds applied, reversals. This is the name of the game. Bob Bockwinkel, of course, still watching to make sure that all the holds are legal and there's no chokes and, of course, low blows of any kind. Both men seem very fresh. Time limit coming up. This is a time limit event here on Great Wrestling from the Olympics, so if it goes to a draw, the referee can give a decision as to a winner, which all through the match he's been scoring by way of points, as I mentioned earlier. That's not always done. In some states and some countries, wrestlers just have to wrestle and eventually have to pin their man in order to win. And of course, all over in wrestling, you have to pin your man, but rules vary. Good rolling shoulder drag, takes him down. It's reversed. Mata trying now to roll him up. Good hammerlock reversal. Topped by Romero. And both men stand at the ready, face to face. Whoa, tempers are flaring now. We can see it. Bockwinkel says, come on, guys. This has been a good, clean match. Let's keep it that way. Locking up into the ropes. Snapmare whip. Tug tackle. Oh, and Romero's out of the ring. And look at this. Oh, Mata was going to go sailing up over that rope. Decided against it, I guess. Snapmare. Tackle. Roll up. Shoulder block. Press. 1, 2. Into the ropes. Into the ropes. Well, that's it. The bell sounds. It's a draw. We'll be back after this. Going to be a good one, and I mean a real good one. We've got the president of the R&R company, Bull Ramos, and his partner, Colisetti of Argentina, against Mando, Guerrero, and Big Bad Leroy Brown, my man from the south side of Chicago. And Leroy Brown's going to start for his team. And let's see, Colisetti of Argentina is going to start for his team. Referee Red Shoes Dugan watching both men. Tag team action here on Great Wrestling from the Olympics. Look at the size of this Leroy Brown. What a monster. Leroy has seen the light, changed his style of wrestling, and decided that he wants to team with Mando Guerrero. And they, in recent weeks, have made a very formidable tag team. They have been winning, winning, winning. They don't have any losses. Side headlock by Leroy Brown from Chicago. Leroy, I'll tell you, he loves when they play from the south side of Chicago. The baddest man in town. Know that song? He loves that. That's his theme song. Leroy was one of the first wrestlers to use music and theme music to enter the ring. Fortunately, we don't get it today, but maybe one day we'll hear it. Headlock by Mando Guerrero, who tagged off. Spunky Mando Guerrero. Not a giant, as you know, but fast and furious. You talk about speed. He always reminds me of Speedy Gonzalez. He just boom, boom, boom all over the place. And the old Roadrunner cartoons with the Roadrunner too. This guy is the live counterpart of that. Look at that, right into that side headlock. Waits for him. He's right there. Cartwheel. The man can do it all. Fine wrestler. Armando Guerrero, and we call him Mando. Meanwhile, we haven't really seen Apache Bull Ramos, who is the president of the company, and I guess he feels if he's paying Coloso Colisetti, Colisetti can do most of the work, I guess. The big bull, there he is. Oh, a punch square to the chest by Colisetti. Colisetti, I mean, very impressive. In Argentina, he held the heavyweight wrestling championship of that country for numerous years. Good takedown by Mando Guerrero. And there, well, tried it again. Arm drag and a whip by Colisetti. Colisetti in there. Oh, and now there's a back maneuver that Mando, a roll up, over. There's that Latin style of wrestling. Now Colisetti says, boss, you come in. Here comes the big bull, and that's just what this man is. Woo! The one man he doesn't want to face is Leroy Brown. Wait, he says, on second thought, Colisetti, I think maybe he ought to come in. He doesn't, wait a minute. Come here, tag it. And you get in. That's a coward. He just does not want to face the big Leroy Brown man. Leroy says, I want him. Dugan's got no choice. Said the tag was legal. So, Colisetti, you have to face Leroy Brown. Now, Colisetti's getting a little upset and says, why? Okay, Ramos doesn't want to show any fear. And he says, okay, I'll wrestle. Here we go. Both men locking up Leroy and the Apache Bull. Boom, there's a solid... Oh, there's a fist that knocked him right into the center of the ring. And Ramos backing up, but say, come on, you want to punch? And Leroy says, I fought in the streets in Chicago. That's my game. Let's go. Come on, Daddy. We'll do it here. Ramos says, wait. Make him open his fist. Oh, now Ramos wants to be friends. Well, I don't think he's made a friend out of Leroy Brown, so... This big Apache Bull Ramos from San Carlos, New Mexico, he's got several impressive wins. One of the wins is over Bruno Sammartino years ago on the East Coast, and he went down in it for Ramos, and Ramos brags about it every time he can, and Sammartino has never avenged the loss to the big Apache Bull, which is one of the rare times that has ever happened. Also, a record crowd saw the match on the East Coast. Ramos now in charge. Question is in for submission for Leroy Brown. He doesn't do it. There's a kick to the middle that downs Leroy Brown. See, Ramos works psychologically on his opponents, and when he kind of gets them off guard, that's when he goes to work on a man. But here comes Leroy, raking away at the face. You got to remember that Leroy knows some tricks of his own, too. Mondo throws a punch in there, and returned by Leroy, and now they got the president of the company in the corner. What are they going to do with him? Well, they want him. Both of them. In now, and Leroy just punches him off. Referee tells Colisetti to get out. Meantime, Mando, our little Speedy Gonzalez, taking taking a ride on Mr. Ramos. Punch to the back by Colisetti. Elbow by Ramos. Talk about a weight disadvantage with Mando and Bo Ramos. Wow. I believe we're probably over 100-pound weight difference there. Colisetti in the ring. Whipped into the knee of the Apache Bull. Tag team wrestling on Great Wrestling from the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. The home of the world's greatest wrestlers. Punches to the chest, and Mando trying to make the tag. Colisetti's holding him in the center of the ring. Key locks that arm. Takes him down, probably by the hair. I didn't see it, but I'm sure he did. Punches away at the bridge of the chest and the face. Tag off is to bad Leroy Brown. The punches are like mosquito slaps to Leroy, it looks like. Into a side headlock, though. Colisetti, throws Leroy into that knee. Now it's Ramos that gets in there with no fear or anticipation because he knows he has Leroy Brown dazed. Colisetti working outside. Ramos working inside the ring. Referee Dugan having his hands full. Whenever you have a tag team match, I believe there should be two referees. I really do. Because one referee just can't seem to follow all the action, and there is just that. Especially when they double team. Ramos going to work on the muscles in the shoulder. Stomping away, Colisetti. Whoa, look at this. Leroy Brown picks up almost 400 pounds of Bull Ramos and slams him. Tops him for one. Only a count of one. I don't believe it. If I wouldn't have seen it with my own eyes, I don't believe it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone body slam the Apache Bull Ramos. You saw it first right here with big Leroy Brown. Wow. Now they've got Colisetti in the corner. Meantime, Mando running across the ring, tug tackles Colisetti. Forearm smash to the face. Arm whip. Into the ropes goes Colisetti. High back body drop. And Mando Guerrero stands at the ready. They have Colisetti in trouble. Argentina Colisetti. Snapmare. Down he goes. Bet you right now he wishes he was back in Argentina. I just bet that's what he's thinking. Snapmares to the center of the ring. Mando Guerrero. Oh, there's a low blow that caught Mando off guard. Rabbit punch to the back. Chinlock by Coloso Colisetti. Halfway chinlock, halfway chokehold. You might say. Colisetti loves it. See, this is the rough stuff that Colisetti likes. Mando trying to get back to Leroy, but he stopped. Mando with that free right hand sending punches in there. The tag is to Leroy Brown, and Leroy comes in like a freight train. Look at this. Look at this. Leroy says, take your best shot, baby. Come on. Take your best shot. Imitating Colisetti. Oh, there's a punch to the midsection. Illegally by Bull Ramos outside the ring. Now Colisetti goes into that side headlock. Shoved off by the big Leroy Brown. There's that forearm. It just takes him off his feet. Colisetti starts to ram him, and ooh, there's that elbow that Leroy does. Oh, watch out, here it comes. The big elbow drop. Oh my gosh, right on Colisetti. The referee in there. 1, 2, 3, count to 100. The winners, Mando Guerrero and bad Leroy Brown. We'll be back after this. Don't go away.
Down under, Sydney, Australia, 322 pounds, Butcher Brannigan. And the man from down south, the state of Texas, one half the America's Tag Team Champion, Cowboy Tom Pritchard.
Well, here we go. This is a good match. This is a kind of a match that we like to see, in so much as we've got a great little man against a very strong and seasoned big man. And I'm talking about Cowboy Tom Pritchard and Big Butcher Brannigan. Into the ropes. Secure a break. No, the Butcher's going to play rough. We can see that right now. He just will not break. Whips him by the hair into the ring. Butcher is a big man. I remember when Butcher first came to us from New York City. Interesting story. The champion at the time was Pork Chop Bobby Cash. They call him Pork Chop. And Butcher Brannigan came on TV because he had a title match for the America's Championship with Pork Chop. And he also brought a bone with him and started to eat the meat from the bone right on television when I was doing the interview. The bone was just so huge and so big, and the meat was falling off. I couldn't believe it. And he was saying that that's what he was going to do to Pork Chop Cash. He was just going to tear him apart. And it was a rough and brutal match. Pork Chop, of course, retained his title, but Butcher Brannigan has been after another shot for a long time, and he'd like nothing else than to get number 70, current America's champion, in the ring again for a title match. Right now, he's got a tough foe in Cowboy Tom Pritchard. Pritchard, by the way, is a martial arts expert. He teaches judo to children and also adults when he's not wrestling, and knows the martial arts very well. Kung Fu, Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, you name it, and he knows it, and he's an experienced black belt in judo. So this Cowboy Tom Pritchard, if he wanted to, could use those judo moves within the match. But I talked to Tom, and Tom said, no, you know, he said, wrestling is wrestling, and the martial arts are the martial arts, and that's the way it should stay. And if I did use my martial arts tactics in the ring, I could probably hurt a man very badly, and I wouldn't want to do that. So Tom, if you notice him, will not really use any kind of a judo maneuver. High back body. Good roll-up by Tom Pritchard, and whoa, he almost pinned the big man, and Butcher Brand says, come on, punk, come on. And so Cowboy Tom does, and he throws those punches in the Big Butcher Brannigan. Good build to the mat. And look at that, you're throwing about 375 pounds in that ring. Snapmare. Variation of the headlock there, locking hands, trapping the head. For you young ladies out there that are watching, Cowboy Tom Pritchard is single. We've been getting many letters wanting to know if he's married or single, and Cowboy Tom is an eligible bachelor. And he looks around for the young ladies. Hopefully, one day he'll find one that he wants to settle down with. Right now, though, his love is professional wrestling. That's the name of the game. Clubbing away at the back of Big Butcher Brannigan. Brannigan hasn't really been able to do too much with the Cowboy. It seems the Cowboy has been dominating. Referee in there for this event, Ken Farber. Farber, former wrestler from Amarillo, Texas. For years, he worked in the wrestling office and decided to come out to sunny California. Never rains in California, by the way. It's always beautiful, sunny. For those of you around the world, you know, that's the place to go, California. Wrist lock by Cowboy Tom Pritchard. away at the chest. Open-handed slap. Big Butcher Brannigan now whips him into the ropes. Hip tosses him to the mat. A reversal into a schoolboy press, and oh, couldn't do it. Couldn't hold his weight down there. But it was a good try by the Cowboy. Ooh, there's a big left shoulder block that just stunned him. No, there's a bit down there. Drop kick that, no! That just knocked him right off his feet. Take nothing away from Cowboy Pritchard. This kid has got a future in wrestling, and I predict World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion because he has it all. He's got the moves, got the looks, got the ability, and he just has to put it all together, and there's no stopping it. Believe me, fans. Wrestling only about a year, he has held the America's Tag Team Championship with Al Madril, who will be seen later on in the program. Many of you write and say, Al Madril, we like his style of wrestling, and so by popular demand, we will have Al Madril wrestling on the program. There we go now. Good snapmare takedown. Drop kick there by Cowboy Tom into that headlock. The big man seems to be a little weakened. Cowboy Tom Pritchard, out of Houston, Texas, has a brother that's interested in getting into wrestling. Of course, his brother's about 16, 17 years old. Tom started with slapped into the ropes as an escape. Now whipped into the other corner and the ropes, and oh, there's a knee that caught a big Butcher down right on the mat. That incident I told you earlier, eating that big meat bone, that's how he got his name, Butcher. Oh, there was a drop kick by the Butcher, nobody there. Good event here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic, Butcher Brannigan and Cowboy Tom Pritchard. This is our main event, or this is going into our main time limit event, rather. And coming up will be our big main event. That's a surprise. I don't want to give it away. Maybe I already have, but it's a surprise. Oh, we've got two tired wrestlers now. Look at this. They've wore each other down. Pritchard and the Butcher just clubbing it out. This is when you can tell that two wrestlers are kind of pooped, because they just basically want Brannigan throwing Pritchard into that mat. Oh, wait a minute. Reversal, and he throws Big Butcher's head into the mat. Rooting Cowboy Tom Pritchard on. Clubbing away at the chest. There's this flying head scissors. Can he do it? Oh, good move by Pritchard. Butcher's down. Tossed off. And wait a minute. Trying again. Well, oh. Butcher, first into that top turnbuckle. Now the Butcher's got him. Picks him up. Body slams him. Butcher goes outside the ring. Pritchard is down. What's going to happen here? Oh my gosh, look at this. 300 plus pounds of Butcher coming down off that top rope. Oh, there's the elbow. That's all she wrote. No one can escape that. Referee can count to, wait a minute. Referee saying, arm down. Raises, disqualified. We'll be back, don't go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee has disqualified Butcher Brannigan, declared Cowboy Tom Pritchard the winner.
Match, 1-4, 15-minute time limit. Entering the ring in front of me from Zacatecas, known as El Latones, is part of the company of 222. His name is Gully. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's part of the big M, the former America's Tag Team Champion, and he weighs 238, the pride of San Bernardino, Madril.
Well, wrestling fans, here's the surprise I mentioned. It's Al Madril in our main event against Ben Gully. And, of course, Al Madril, part of the Big M, the three Big M, Mando, Guerrero, Carlos Mata, and Al Madril. And let me tell you something, Al Madril is a delight to see anytime he gets into the ring. He's ready and waiting for anybody. One thing he doesn't like to do is have anybody punch him, you know, because he's a former amateur boxer. And he says, anybody wants to start punching? He says, come on, you know, that's what I'll punch with the best of them. What he wants to do is wrestle. Right now he's got Ben Gully in there. Good escape by Al Madril. Madril has been very patient, trying to get a shot at Walter Johnson for the America's Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. Unfortunately, that hasn't come to pass, and getting a little bit antsy because he'd like to wrestle Johnson for the title, even though he and Johnson are very good friends. But every wrestler wants to hold a wrestling championship, and next to the World Championship, the America's title is, well, number 2. It means a lot of money for any wrestler who holds the America's Championship belt, and quite frankly, that's the name of the game with wrestlers. Side headlock by Ben Gully onto Al Madril. Ben Gully from Guadalajara in Mexico. Madril trying to get his muscles straining. Oh, into the hair goes Ben Gully. Referee Bockwinkel asks him about the hair. He goes, no. Very, very, very clever and kind of devious is Ben Gully. He's had a lot of matches, and his record, while it's kind of 50-50, very crafty wrestler. He knows his business, you know, and he's been in the United States about 2-3 years, and he has adapted to the style of wrestling that is within the United States. But he can still wrestle the Mexican style, which is, of course, a faster and more up and down kind of pace. This is your main event on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Al Madril from San Bernardino, California. And Ben Gully, bending that knee and dropping him on it. Ben Gully feeling the effects of that, but Madril feeling the effects of that headlock. Trying to break the headlock. Ben Gully bites the wrist of Al Madril. That's not wrestling at all. And the referee, of course, did not see that. Can't call it. If he saw it, he would make Ben Gully break the hold. Atomic drop, and that gets a release, and Madril, at least now, can try to shake those cobwebs from his head and come back. But Bengali gets that headlock again. There's that knee to the tailbone, and boy, that we call that an atomic drop. And once you've done that a few times, you don't want to sit down for a week, believe me. Side headlock again by Bengali. Referee Bob Bockwinkel asking Madril if he wants to submit. Into the ropes goes Bengali. Tug tackle takes Madril down. Back into that headlock. Referee Bockwinkel asking Madril if he wants to submit. He says no. Tug tackle. There's another tug tackle, and back into the headlock again. Bengali figures that's what's working for him, so why not use it? And of course, he's making Madril very, very angry and exasperating. And Bockwinkel, of course, is always right there to say, look, you can submit, you can give up. Madril waving his finger to the negative. No, I don't want to give up. Now he says to the referee, come on in here and make sure it's not a choke. He's choking me. Of course, if the referee sees that the hands are above the throat, the hold is legal. Madril standing up, trying to secure a release. Into the hair goes Bengali. Fans are yelling, hair, hair. Bengali says, no, 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 no. Into the ropes. There's another tackle. Another tackle takes Madril down. Good Beal down by the shoulder. Takes him down. Punch to the bridge of the forehead. Torquing away on that headlock. Giving Bengali a little dish of his own medicine. That's the way to do it. Now Madril says, I'm going to do unto you what you did to me. And you can't blame Al Madril. Into the hair for a release. Referee Bockwinkel says, I don't want to see that hair pulling. Side headlock again by Madril, torquing away. Boy, I'll tell you, you talk about cauliflower ears. As I've said before, that's how cauliflower ears are made. Rubbing away at that head and the ear. And as I've explained before, a lot of wrestlers today don't seem to have cauliflower ears. They kind of protect their ears a little bit better than they did in the earlier years of professional wrestling. What happens is in a cauliflower ear is that the blood, the ear becomes so swollen and irritated and red, the blood supply has nowhere to go. Arteries are cut off and blood just keeps building up within the earlobe and causes the ear to swell. That has to be released, and periodically that has to be drained and cut. And it's not a pleasant thing for a man to go through, but a lot of these old-time wrestlers, they had to go through that. And it's the marks of a wrestler. When you saw a man with cauliflower ears, you knew he was a professional wrestler. A little interesting fact, and maybe not too pleasant, but interesting. Bengali now going back to work. Thrown off at the ropes. Tug tackle again takes Madril down. Madril trying to get to his feet, working on a pattern. Runs him into the ropes. There's a reversal. Roll up into a cradle. Pins him for 1, 2, 3. The winner, Al Madril. Your winner. We'll be back with more. Don't go away.
43 seconds score in the win, Al Madril.
Well, let me tell you something. Al Madril has won the match. Bengali said he used his trunks, but that's not true. He did not. Bob Bockwinkel saying, did you use the trunks? Well, you're the winner. We'll be back with more wrestling. Wrestling fans, don't go away.